Um, hey guys, I just wanted to make a video regarding how all the teams, how all of the NFL holiday games originated, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Um, so since Christmas is only like a week away, 2 weeks away, it's a pretty good idea to do this now. So, beginning with Christmas games, they did not all, the Christmas games did not always used to be played. Like, the NFL didn't just start playing them. So last year, Pittsburgh hosted Kansas City, and Baltimore hosted Houston. Kansas City won at Pittsburgh. I have no idea who won Baltimore and Houston. But the AFL NFL merge, it brought games. The regular season was supposed to end like mid-December. The championship game was 2 weeks later. The NFL would move it to December 26th if there was a problem. They did not want to do it on Christmas Day or Eve. The first game was the first official Christmas game was the 1971-72 playoffs. Minnesota hosted Dallas, and the Dolphins hosted the Chiefs, and basically the Chiefs hosted the Dolphins. Anyway, both road teams won that day. So the Dolphins, they beat the Chiefs at Kansas City, and the Cowboys, they beat the Vikings at Minnesota. And it was pretty disappointing that Kansas City got beat on Christmas Day by what is now like a really bad team. But thankfully I was not born yet, so I didn't watch that. Anyway, moving on. After that, the Christmas games were pretty normal from 1990 moving on until current day 2025. That's all I have for Christmas. The Thanksgiving section is pretty short. Thanksgiving used to be for college. 1876, Collegiate, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, Collegiate football intercollegiate football championship on Thanksgiving originally. 1890 Thanksgiving and football. Newspapers came out that said sports are ruining the holiday, but it was just tradition at that point. So when the NFL was created in 1920, it was a no-brainer to play football on Thanksgiving. And the tradition of the Lions playing on Thanksgiving, it really took off in 1934 when a guy from a Detroit radio station named G.A. Richards, after relocating to the Portsmouth Spartans, he needed a way to build excitement around his new team, the Detroit Lions. His idea was to host a Thanksgiving game against the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears, which were the team to beat at that time. I'm pretty sure that is when they won their Super Bowl, maybe. His idea was for the Lions and Bears to play each other on Thanksgiving, and he would air it on his radio station, 94 station NBC radio network, and the results were way better than he expected. More than 26,000 fans packed the University of Detroit Stadium, which present day you may be thinking, well, NFL stadiums usually have 60,000 plus. Keep in mind, football wasn't really that popular back then. This was in 1920, 30. So 26,000 was huge. 26,000 was a sellout, and the radio audience was even more. The Bears won 19-16, but that established a tradition of Detroit Lions playing on Thanksgiving. The only time they didn't play was during World War II, from 1939 to 1944, and except for that, the Lions have played at home every Thanksgiving since up until 2025, when they just now got beat by the Green Bay Packers on Thanksgiving Day. Detroit now has a 38-win, 45-loss, and 2-tie record on Thanksgiving, and remains the longest running Thanksgiving tradition in American sports. So after that all happened, the Dallas Cowboys joined later. 3 decades later, actually. In 1966, the Dallas Cowboys joined Thanksgiving Day. At the time, 1966, at the time, they weren't yet called America's team, which they would later come to be America's team. But their general manager, Tex Schramm, believed a national Thanksgiving audience could accelerate that. Well, he turned out to be right. Over 80,000 fans filled the Cotton Bowl for Dallas's first ever Thanksgiving Day, a 26-14 win against the Broncos. I'm sorry, I do not have a picture of the Broncos. Except for 1975 and 1977. Those were the 2 years when the NFL tested the St. Louis Cardinals in the Thanksgiving slot. I don't have a picture of the Cardinals either. I'm sorry. Those results were pretty bad. The Cowboys have hosted every Thanksgiving since. So, I didn't know this. It's not only the Lions, it's the Lions and the Cowboys. So, like, if the Lions played the Cowboys, that would be impossible because the Lions host at Detroit on Thanksgiving. The Cowboys host at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Dallas's record on Thanksgiving stands at 34 wins, 22 losses, and 1 tie. Yeah, it's a pretty big tradition too. By the 1970s, it was just Thanksgiving and football. Like, you think of Thanksgiving, well, you have to think of football. And I think I am pretty much done for that part. Now, I just want to show you my recent subscribers, so you have a chance to get on there and get a shout out. Sorry guys, this might not show because I can't move it, but I'll just read my 5 recent subscribers in the last 90 days. Thomas Beboin, Sophie Gollett, Luke Sweeker, Sheena Campbell, Dominic Campling. Guys, if you want a chance to be on there, I would recommend subscribing, and you will get a shout out in the next video. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and hopefully now you know more about Christmas and Thanksgiving in relation to the NFL. Well, that's all for me, guys. So, until next video.